Hello, so today I wanted to just do a bit of a kind of beginner's overview to what are Bach Flower Remedies. And yes, you do say them Bach rather than Bach. That is something that took me a little while to get my head around when I first started learning about the flower remedies. Okay, I've got a few questions I'm going to run through and try and answer as almost like an FAQ kind of style video. So to start with, what are Bach Flower Remedies? So they are a natural way to help you with your emotional well-being and mental health. There are 38 different flower remedies and each one relates to a different emotion. So they can help with the whole spectrum of emotions, basically. So ranging from anxiety, stress, guilt, trauma, motivation, confidence, sleep issues. They can also help with various times in our life. So obviously at certain times in our life, certain issues might come up, certain emotions might be felt more strongly. So through childhood, there are different stages that flower remedies can help with. Then, becoming a parent, menopause, grief, that sort of thing. So they can be really helpful to kind of help with a full spectrum of emotions and the full spectrum of life stages. So they can be really helpful and really powerful way to help people with their emotions in a natural, safe and gentle way. So they don't have any side effects. They are completely natural. You can work they can work alongside existing medication or any herbal supplements that you might be on. They're often really helpful as part of more of a holistic treatment plan. So if you are maybe seeing a counsellor or if you're already taking pharmaceuticals to help with emotional issues, they can work alongside that. Or often people like to work with them as an alternative to pharmaceuticals if you don't want to go down that route. So whatever route you're going down, they can be there to be a support as well. So they were created by a man called Dr. Bach, Dr. Edward Bach, in the 1930s. He was a physician and a homeopath, and he was working with patients, and he really noticed this mind-body connection really kind of early on, a bit of a pioneer in that sphere. He was working with patients and identified that the same patients that were suffering physical ailments also suffering from the same emotional issues. So he was thinking, what if I can help clear the emotional issue? Will that help to shift the physical issue? And he found that he could do that. Today we don't talk about the flower remedies helping with physical ailments. We just talk about the emotional impact that they can have. But just to give you some background, I guess, in terms of how he initially created them. There are 38 different flower remedies, like I said, and he categorised them into 7 different categories, which are fear, uncertainty, loneliness, insufficient interest in present circumstances, oversensitive to ideas or outside influence, despondency or despair, overcare for the welfare of others. So those are the 7 groups that Dr. Bach created. I find it kind of easier to think of the remedies in kind of more modern day vernacular categories. So anxiety, stress, motivation, that kind of thing. So on the Mindful Remedies website, you'll see the remedies categorized based on those terms, because I feel it's easier for people to understand a little bit or identify with those terms when they're kind of seeking help with a specific symptom. So how do the flower remedies work? So Dr. Bach felt that each flower has like a soul or energy of its own, and by taking that flower, that energy is then released into people through their usage, and it can restore a sense of balance and harmony to each individual working with these specific negative emotions. So they rebalance and kind of lift our vibrations and unblock pathways in our minds, allowing us to kind of readdress where we were, bringing us back to who we should be and our soul's purpose. How are the remedies made? So there are two methods for creating the flower remedies, the sun method and the boiling method. Essentially, with both methods, it's about putting the flower or the tree into water and heating it through either one of those methods. And within that heating process, the energy of the flower transfers over to the water, and then it's then mixed with brandy as a preservative, and that becomes the mother tincture to then go on and create more remedies. So are the flower remedies safe? Yes, they are completely safe. They're 100% natural. You can't overdose on them, so you can kind of use them with your intuition. There are no side effects, and they can be used alongside existing medication or herbal supplements. They do contain alcohol though, so if you have an alcohol allergy or you're taking medication that interacts with alcohol, these wouldn't be for you. And we can make them a treatment bottle with a very minimal amount of alcohol. So if you kind of prefer to not take a huge amount of alcohol, get in touch and we can discuss some options. Then they will never be 100% alcohol free, but there are options to make it very minimal. So how many Bach flower remedies can you take at once? You can take up to 7 at any one time. Any more than this and they kind of start to get cloudy and not work as well. You should pick your remedies based on what's going on at this present time and your present day emotions. So we work with what we can see in this current day. We can all resonate with the 38 remedies probably at one time or another, because we've all felt these emotions in specific situations that we're going through. So it's important to just think about, okay, what do I need help with right now? And then as those emotions rebalance, you might then select what other ones that resonate with you as well, but maybe weren't quite so current when you were selecting your initial bottle. How do you take Bach Flower Remedies? So they are taken by mouth, either directly as drops in your mouth or into a glass of water. You take them a minimum of 4 drops 4 times a day. You can't overdose on them, so follow your intuition, and if you're feeling your emotions more strongly or more acutely, then take them more often, and that's fine, or it's a good thing. And I often say maybe when you're working with a new combination, to take them maybe a bit more often than 4 times a day anyway, to kind of give them a bit of a kickstart. And you should take them first thing in the morning and last thing at night, and then at least another 2 times during the day. And it's important that you get at least this as the minimum dose. So a few tips to help you remember them. You can leave them on your bedside table at night. You can leave them by the kettle, so every time you make a cup of tea you remember to take them. You can set reminders on your phone, or you can also just add them to a bottle of water or a jug of water that you'll then drink throughout the day. And so hopefully that'll help in terms of reminding you to make sure you take your dose at the recommended dose. And finally, where can you buy Bach Flower Remedies? So my name's Lucy and I'm a Bach Flower Practitioner, and I set up a company called Mindful Remedies, and through my company you can create a personalised flower remedy blend, choosing up to 7, and you can select from any of the 38. Try to create pages where they can help steer you in a certain direction, so you can click on a stress page and it will include all remedies that might be indicated with reasons why you're feeling stressed. And also for different times in life again. So things like there's a page for menopause, PMS, parents, that sort of thing. And the other alternative would be to book a personal consultation with myself. So I offer these online over Zoom or phone call if that's what you prefer. And then I can post the remedies anywhere in the world. So I'm based in the UK, but I have worked with clients in various places across the world, which is lovely. I hope that has been a great kind of whistle-stop tour of Bach Flower Remedies. If you have any questions, drop a comment below and I'd be happy to answer them. And I've got plenty of other videos that will tell you more about specific remedies for specific issues. So subscribe to hear more about those. All right, lovely. Bye.